There are several methods for how to replace the tension springs. In the video I will show you the two approaches that I use. Jesse has a method that I have not tried. He's putting a wire through the coil, then attaches the wire with tape to the chassis. You can find a link in the description or on my webpage. You can buy spares from tgauge.com and they come in a package of 4. I recommend that you have spares readily available, because at some point you will lose a spring or two. One of the purposes of the spring is to keep the truck attached to the chassis. It also feeds power to the bus bar that in turn feeds power to the motor. Before removing the spring, make sure you take a look at how it's positioned in the chassis. You have to have the coil facing inwards. Even removing the springs are tricky. You have to be very careful and don't apply too much force. Trust me, there is no elegant way of getting these off. Second one, just putting it off here. Oh, there it goes. The first time I had to replace the springs, I did a search on talkingtgauge.net and found this description in one of the posts made by Doug. Step 1 is to put the truck on the chassis, and I'm fiddling around here a little bit, but now I have the thumb on here so I can do the rolling motion. First attach it to the truck, put my thumb over, stretch it out to the top. Well, that was a good demonstration on how it's supposed to work. And there, it's on. Perfect. This is my secret weapon, a spring-loaded holder and the second pair of tweezers. As before, I have to start by putting on the truck. This is the so-called power transmission bogie. This is the one that has the gears. Next step is to put it into the holder. I am doing this very carefully because the spring they use is pretty strong. This part of the process can drive you crazy. This is where I am making sure I am getting the right type of grip on the spring and that I have it positioned in the right way. You know, I need to make sure that the coil is going to face inwards. If you look here right now, I have it in the right position. The process is the same as before. I put it on the truck first, but it's much more stable now when I have it in the holder. I can put on my finger like this to make sure that the spring doesn't fly away. But now when I'm filming, I'm gonna do it like this. This is my preferred way, using a second pair of tweezers. Just put it on top of the hook. This is a little bit more fiddly than usual because I'm trying to make sure you can see this when I'm filming it. And here is the end result. All 4 springs reattached. I didn't lose any. And I only spent like 6 hours.